Robinson and Dora, good friends, training partners, going to be battling for a spot in the final. And speaking of that, if Jack is to make the final, he will guarantee that yellow leader's jersey on his back going into stop number 4, the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach. Red Bull Jet Skis have been doing extra work through this event, helping usher our surfers back out to the peak. Here we got a paddle. Jack Robinson airdrops into this one. It's a big cavern, lots of white water, goes through the foam ball, no problem for Jack Robinson. Jack Robinson doing it again and again, and he just did it again.
If he angles, he's going to miss the barrel, but instead by airing it out, he's able to get that extra tube time, and just very dramatic.
Jesse, how hard is it to get past a foam ball like that?
Yes, it's so hard because you lose traction of your board, and also right there, if you see, there's just this big chandelier, so it was all about feeling. He couldn't see any.
You don't want to be in the rip to catch the wave. You want to be just on the side of it going into clean water.
Yago finds the left, as expected, slashes off the top. Layback hack for the finish, and semifinal number 2 is underway. Scores for both Shanka, Callum Robson, Jack Robinson, and now Yago Dora will all be on the board.
And we talk about why it's so important. He read the lineup with the rip being right there and the clean water on the other side. He knew that the left was going to come. If a set was going to come, it was going to be one of these types of waves. And he surfed it well. It's going to be a pretty good number. I would say at this point and at this level that it's going to be, you want to be at least 6s, if not more at this point. Beautiful finish though. And I think he'll be right up in that range.
You really need things to link up for you to get a clean ride. So that's what kind of happens here. And it looks like Yago pedaling up.
Yago going left again. Kicks out of that one. Yago Dora opened up with a 5.5 on his first ride. Priority squares on the judges tower, but now you actually have the Apple Watch giving you updates on your scores, and it actually buzzes when you get priority. Jack Robinson drawing a line, pulling through this one. Robinson with the big spit on the way out. Over and over and over again, Jesse.
And it's just incredible how much pressure he can apply against his opponents so early in the heat without a priority heat. Hey, check this out, just a huge bump coming out with the spit. That was a very intense wave. A lot of spit came out of that thing, and yeah, that was an amazing ride for Jack. One more.
Unbelievable. He is so connected, and it doesn't matter what ocean. It can be the Pacific, it can be the Atlantic, it can be the Indian Ocean. Somehow he just has a way of whispering waves like this, and look at that, just perfectly read. You'd have to say like, oh, well, could he stall and get a little more tube time?
Robinson, one more time. Just a little shampoo this time. No problem. Having fun. Not going to change his 2-wave total, but he's already got a monster 2-wave total of 15.27, Pete.
Yeah, I'd have to say that he's probably going to, in 27 or 28 minutes, that he'll probably find another wave to go into an excellent heat. And now this season, and it's interesting because it took him a little bit to get himself on tour. It was on the QS and just to find whatever the magic was. But as soon as he was on there, it's been all good for him. I mean, since his first win in conditions like this, even a 10-10. So you're still in it all the way till the last hooter.
Here we go with Yago. Stalls through here. Some messy water to get through in that barrel. Can he get through? Yes, he does. Straight over the foam ball. Yago Dora wants to get back into the game against Jack Robinson in semifinal number 2.
Strong legs from all that youth soccer. Yeah, he was just not going to get knocked down in that one.
Here we go. Yago Dora on the replay, Pete.
Yeah, a little smaller wave and it filled up with foam, but somehow muscles through it, no worries, and gets some maneuvers done. That was the start of the set. And this next one was a little bit bigger. And look at in the hole, looking at from the north end of the beach, see how much water is in there. Good stalling technique with your forehand, dropping both hands onto the wall for speed control. And at that point, you're blind. It's not like you can see your exit. You're just kind of going off a feel.
Well, Yago needs a 9.77 to do it in one wave. Likely not going to get that 9.77, but he's chipping away at Jack Robinson. Big or grindy left open barrel exit for Robinson.
Well, he went excellent. Let's say that. Now the heat's going to be wow, and he still has 23 more minutes.
Jack Robinson here, Jesse.
All right, check out that first bump. Just lets the rail go, identifying that the wave was going to run down the line, and he just needed that big of a bump, so he lets the rail go, puts the hands back in the rail just for that comfort and a little bit more stability, but just coming out clean and nice. That was a beautiful ride from Jack.
Look at this in slow motion. It's poetry, Pete.
It is poetry, and again, just such a good feel for the barrel. You know, this angle doesn't give it quite the depth that you would have liked from that other angle, which of course is a little deceiving, but just such great technique. I love how he ran sitting just on the rail, like holding it.
Coming back to live action, Jack Robinson, just in another barrel. He's camping out in the barrels today.
I'm actually surprised where Callum was, because he had first priority on top of all those guys.
Pretty neat. Here we go. Robinson. Again, we expect him to come out. So he's toying right now. But Yago Dora still, Jesse, within reach in a one wave. Dora can turn the heat, but he needs to go perfect.
Jack here, just a short one for him. But Yago's so capable. He's so talented. So definitely don't count him out. And also, we still got 10 minutes, so it still gives him time to get 2 waves and actually get one to get a little closer and then come back again.
You see ones where they're needing to be fast, and so they lead with the head and don't actually even go to the bottom. You know, and all of those things are happening right off the takeoff.
Just a cruisy Jack Robinson there. Came in to this event with 16 excellent heats in his career. A couple fun ones means it was crazy. That's like surfer terminology for it was crazy. Couple fun ones.
Oh no, another one.
Yago on the comeback, dragging through here.
Oh,
Cavern, second section, finds the exit, sneaks out. Yago Dora looking to better a 5.5 and reduce the requirement for him to take the lead off of Jack Robinson. Nice little fight.
Yes, we could have maybe seen a 10, but ultimately he did everything he could to ride the barrel for the longest amount of time. This feels like a number that's going to really get him back in the heat, especially since you look at what the 757 was. I feel like he was a little bit deeper, and so it's almost a comparable score.
Yes, I'm with you. I think he did a very good job just to slow himself down and very high on the wave right there in the beginning, and now letting it go a little bit more to the bottom just to get that nice bump right there and just avoiding doggy-dooring, like avoiding that lip to get.
I like the friendly competition between the two. No matter who makes it to the final, I guarantee you that there's going to be support from the beach from the other. Here we go. Dora, high line, high on the wall, comes in, comes out of the barrel, kicks out. The feeling that I see from the body language from Yago Dora, however, Jesse, is almost one that he knows that task was not completed on that wave.
Maybe not deeper, but for longer in the barrel, yeah, deeper as well. And that came into a 6.13, so I don't think he's going to better his situation. But still, just keeping the rhythm. He's having actually a great heat, surfing very well. Just a little bit lack of wave coming his way, I guess.
Yeah, and thank you to Super Tubos, Peter, just for really providing for these semifinals. Looking forward to the finals.
And you'd have to look at Renato and the calls that had to be made. The stress of that cut line is going to be way less heading into Australia.
And Jack Robinson will hold on to the yellow jersey all the way to stop number 4 at the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach. There's the numbers right there. Jack Robinson, Joao Chianca set up for the final.